Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mitch Rockwell from Distinguished Ruffian TV. We're here today with Erik Espinosa. We're going to talk a little bit about his cigars. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, Mike. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. So, tell me a little bit about the dread that you're doing. I understand you're using some Jamaican tobacco in that. How'd that happen?
Well, it's you know, we own the rights to the trademark to dread and reggae, and always growing up, I was a big Bob Marley fan, and I really like not just him. I like reggae music, and we always try to make different cigars. I don't want every one of my cigars to taste the same. So I've been seeking Jamaican tobacco for a while. You know, with us owning the the rights to those names. But all those islanders, they're very laid back, man. You know, through emails, this, that, going back and forth. It took us a couple of years to actually get the tobacco. So we finally got the tobacco, and of course, we had to cure it the way we wanted to cure it. So we finally got it. You know, it took us a while to get it. You know, I bought mostly everything that they had. You know, and I don't know if anybody else is making a cigar with Jamaican tobacco. You know. So, you know, we did one called Dread, and it's right here. The cigar actually has dreadlocks. Of course, they're made out of tobacco. I mean, I know it's a little gimmicky, you know, the cigar's fantastic, you know, and I wanted to do something different, you know, and, you know, I have my son that works with us, and he also likes Jamaican music and reggae, and, look, you know, I'm 50 years old, man. I go with the times. I know times have changed. He wanted to make a cigar like that, so hey, we did it, you know. Yeah. And then reggae will be out like in like another month and a half, you know. So it's one of the few cigars that have Jamaican tobacco, and the blend is phenomenal. It's a medium body. It's a Habano wrapper. A lot of flavor. You know, we here, you know, that's Espinosa cigars. We're mostly into flavor. This is no different than cooking. You know, when you use good ingredients, you have a good chance of the cigar being a lot better. And we're big, you know, that's what we're into. That's what we like, flavor. Not just, you know, if you try our crema that we make, it's a Connecticut shade, mild cigar, but with flavor.
Right. Yeah. That's probably the most important thing.
Right. You know, and we enjoy what we're doing, you know. So that's how that came about, you know, and we just started shipping it 2 weeks ago, and we already have reorders.
That's fantastic. So definitely a really positive return.
Oh, absolutely.
Fantastic. Also heard that AJ Fernandez is doing some of your cigars for you. What happened with that? Like, how did that whole connection come about?
Well, you know, him and I have been friends for many, many years, since day one, since he started. You know, he had a little shack down in Nicaragua, and then he's grown to be a monster in this industry. You know, people might wonder, if you have your own factory, why would you have somebody else make cigars for you? But it's very simple. Look, you know, him having the buying power that he has, he gets, as far as the wrapper goes, you know, I get great binders and fillers because I buy from a lot of the purveyors out there. But he gets great, like the Mexican, the Sangre, you know, he gets like the cream of the crop. You know, and so, you know, the big companies, they get like first dibs on that. So I went and approached him. I wanted to buy some of his stuff, and he told, man, that's my best stuff, and this and that. He goes, you're my friend, I love you to death, but, you know, look, I'll sell you some, and then, you know, what happens when you run out? I can't keep giving it to you, because, you know, I got to make cigars too, and he's right, you know? Yeah. So then I came up with the bright idea, okay, what if you make it? And he goes, oh, that's a different story, you know? Yeah. If he makes it, then, so that's why he's making, you know, the 601, the blues, because it's a broadleaf, and he gets, you know, which is right here, it's a beautiful broadleaf wrapper.
That's smoking right now.
And he's going to make the Murcielago, which should be out in about 2 weeks, you know? And the stuff he gets, to be honest with you, as far as the wrapper goes, it's better than what I can get. So that's why, you know, I'm having him, you know, make it. And, you know, listen, the truth is also, my factory it's not a big factory, you know, and then I kind of tapped out there, you know, so it kind of worked out great, you know. I don't have to get a bigger place, and he'll make those for me, and I'll continue making all the Espinosa, the Orange, the Cream, the Especials, you know, the Habano in my factory, and then along with all the other brands that I make.
Right. That was one thing we talked about earlier. Is with your cigars, there's a consistency that's always there. They're always a good, solid smoke every time you smoke them. They're always the same. How did you manage to make that happen?
Well, you know, when I buy enough, you know, you have to do projections on what you think you're going to sell in a year. So I buy enough for that. Of course, you grow, and it's tough to make projections because you don't know what's going to happen. So I buy enough that I can use, you know, the same tobaccos all the time. And mostly everybody who I buy for, you know, grows a lot. And most of the time they always have. You know, it depends if it rains, if it doesn't, because, you know, rain weakens the tobacco a little bit. So you got to go to a higher primer, you know. But we play with that a lot, you know, and it's also the way we make cigars, you know. We intubar everything we do is Cuban style, triple cap. You know, when we intubar, you know, we always put the same, when we break off, we always put the same tobacco where they're supposed to go, you know. So we always start in the beginning, always my cigars, I don't know if you've noticed, they're always a little bit stronger in the beginning because we always make it that way on purpose. Right. And then the cigar, as it's changing, you know, it gets a little milder, and then it always gets a little stronger. And the tip, well, also because all the nicotine in my car that you absorb to the cigar stays in the top, you know. So we buy from the same guys all the time.
That's fantastic. So, out of your line of cigars, your personal line of cigars, what is your favorite? What would you go to?
The Orange. If I was on an island and I had to choose one cigar and it has to be the same cigar that I have to smoke, it would be the Orange. Nice. Medium body, but you can smoke it in the morning and the afternoon and even at night. You know, it's just so much different flavors in that cigar.
With your particular company and your factory, what would you say that you maybe do different that produces such a quality cigar that we all have come to love?
Well, we intubar everything. You know, we draw test everything. You know, our quality control is top notch. Not only do we draw test, we weigh every cigar in bundles in a wheel of 50. Then we draw test it. But the truth is, listen, you got guys who've been rolling for many, many years, you know, and if you get a 5x52 Robusto, you weigh it, and it weighs what it's supposed to, and then you know they're all going to drop. Right. You know, and then draw testing those, you're wasting your time because it weighs. Now, if it weighs too much, then we got a problem. If it weighs a little bit, then we have a problem. You know, we do run, you know, with all the newer employees, you know, newer rollers, monteros, we make sure that all those guys, you know, we draw test all those machines, all those cigars, just to make sure that they all draw.
Yeah. So you basically just take the extra steps to make sure you're producing quality.
You have to take that extra step, and we freeze everything when it comes because we want to kill the bug. We don't want it longer in the cigars. So we try to do everything the right way. Look, we didn't invent this. This has been going on for many, many years, you know. Sure. And we try to do everything the right way. Because look, it's not coincidental. Look, I'm more valuable to the company out in the States because, you know, I'm in the sales, I'm the face of the company. Not that I wanted to be that way, it just happened to work out that way. And I know what it is out here because you can't fool. There's too much information out there. You know, back in the day, without the internet, you know, people seek out a lot of information now. You got a heck of a lot more knowledgeable smokers now than you did back in the day. So if you make, all that has to happen is you make one bad cigar of a brand that the guy smokes all the time, and then he might not go back to it. You know, out of sight, out of mind. If you have a lot of back orders and people forget about it and they move on to, they're not going to stop smoking. They're going to smoke something. Listen, you don't have any Orange, well, I'm not buying it. Yeah, I'm not buying a cigar. They're going to keep smoking. Right. They're going to smoke something else. And if you don't have it, that's correct. Yeah. So we got to make sure that every time they smoke one of our brands, that is the same one that they smoked a year ago.
Yeah. And then for your blending, how did you come up with the blenders that are there?
How did I come up?
Well, no, like how did you find it?
Well, look. like I said earlier, this is no different than cooking. When you buy good tobacco, you have a better chance of the cigar coming out good. Now, what we do is, okay, we already know what wrapper we're going to use, because the new cigar, we know the wrapper we're going to use. Now we have to figure out that what binding, what filler works well with that wrapper. So we smoke them down there, we blend them, okay, we want this, but we want a little stronger, we want a little sweeter, and we know what tobaccos are sweeter, you know, what are stronger. And then we bring them to the States and we test them in the States, because here's where you're gonna sell them. For whatever reason, cigars taste different in Nicaragua than what they do in the States. So don't ask me why. Listen, I tried that, I had a cigar.
It must be the setting.
I have no idea what it is. It might be the food, I don't know what it is. But listen, it's important that it tastes well here, not in Nicaragua. There's not too many people that are gonna buy them there. They're gonna buy them in the States. So we make sure that they taste well in the States.
Fantastic. Anything else about the company you think we should know?
Yeah, well, you know, you guys out there have never tried an Espinosa cigar, try it. You know, we have a combination that fit every palate. You know, we have mild to medium, we have medium, we have medium full, and we have full body cigars. You know, so give it a shot. You know?
Hey, well, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to sit down with us. You know, I always enjoyed your cigars, fantastic
Thank you.
stuff. Really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. It's just, mine's been blown about the stuff we talked about today.
Off the record.
Yeah, of course. All of it.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, have a good time. Hey, if you guys haven't tried anything from Espinosa, make sure you try it. This is Mitch Rockwell coming from DRTV, and we are at DR headquarters at S&M Smoke Shop in Fort Pierce. Hope you guys have a good night.